Okay, so this is for the Maelstrom switch hidden mod, or delete mod. So trying to give you basically a player's view of the playfield. And what I'm specifically looking at is this box, this black box, and that switch right there. Okay, here's a before, and here's the after. Granted, this is the prototype. The full version will be printed in clear and airbrushed with the sort of blue and white look the ramp has to sort of blend in more. But even now, it's almost completely invisible. So I think I'm trying to give the same view. Hopefully you can get an idea of the minimal things that you'll see with this switch. If you see the gray piece there, that's also going to be sort of rounded over more and sort of swept back towards the back just a little bit, just to give it a little softer design. We experimented with a lot of different tips for that. Switch is completely replaceable, plug and play, maybe 5 minutes to install. And then you have just that tab left over there that the old switch mounted to, which is fairly unobtrusive at this point. What you can do, if you want, you can even do it in the game if you're adventurous, but Dremel bits are sold on Amazon that are basically like mini circular saw blades. They cut through PETG and other plastics like butter, and they're very easy to cut a straight line with. I would personally tape up the outside of the ramp with some blue painter's tape, cut the tab really close, but leave a little lip there, and then use a fine sanding bit to sand down the rest of the plastic. And then maybe you torch it with a little butane torch to flame polish it. If I do this, I'll post a video so you guys can see what I've done. But the other option is we're building a wave mod. Basically, that takes the look of the Maelstrom ramp and makes it into a little cresting wave that wraps around the outside of the ramp and covers the tab. So for anyone who doesn't want to cut the tab off and leave their game stock, which, I mean, that's very understandable, you could use that wave mod. I think the wave mod will also adhere if the tab's not there. So if you do cut the tab off and want the wave mod, you can do that. Basically, the wave mod comes around this side of the ramp, comes over the top of this lip, and sort of crests over the exit to the ramp. It's going to be also printed in clear PETG. It will get airbrushed blue and white to look like a cresting wave. And we're going to look at putting some lights in it to maybe just give it a soft sort of twinkle, like sort of like a wave action with some pulsing and stuff. That might be a little far. It might not light up the ramp properly. I experimented with different ways to light up the ramp, and there's just a few issues with trying to space out LEDs properly to give an even light on the ramp. I thought it would look cool to light it up blue, especially under the stickers, but not finding a really good way to do that yet. So that's the idea. I think the switch delete is pretty reasonably engineered to solve what is pretty unsightly on the game. And even with the tab there, it sort of blends in with the ramp and just flows now. But I mean, it's easy to do. It's a few minutes. It looks really good. I don't know. I'm obviously doing it on my game, and if anybody else is interested, we got them for sale. There you go.